I am going to show the formula. So let me get a text. Let me just place that formula here. Okay. Let's explain exactly how this works. Say 2-1 buy down. Let's say that's the title of that loan product. And so that's the loan offer that you're given. So you're like, oh,
Right.
okay, cool. So the next thing you need to figure out is, what is my loan amount? Okay.
Yeah.
Not the sales price. What is my loan amount? Okay.
Right.
So very important distinction, because those two things can get very confusing. So let's say when it's all said and done, your down payment and what have you, your loan amount is, let's say, 200,000. Okay.
Okay.
That's a good time in the housing market. That's definitely not right now, but let's just
Right.
say that was the case, a $200,000 loan, not a sales price. Okay. Making sure we understand that. This is a 2-1 buy down. So we know it's 2% the first year and reduction of interest. And then it's a 1% reduction in interest the second year. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
as of the third year, it now becomes whatever the interest rate is supposed to have been this whole time, basically. In our formula, we want to know what the buy down points are. And that essentially will tell us like how much money is going to be funded for this temporary buy down from the lender, right? Because you're wondering, well, how much money are we talking about, right? These funds we were talking about earlier. We got another loan amount. That's the first thing. We know it's 200,000. And we have
Mm-hmm.
to times that by the percentage. Okay, so the percentage is basically going to be the 2-1 buy down. That's what we're talking about, percentage, not the interest rate percentage. That's where this can get confusing. Okay,
Right.
so the 2-1 buy down is 2 plus 1 is 3. So it's
Mm.
3%. Okay,
Okay.
that's how that's going to work. That's a very, very important distinction. If you don't have that context, you might get this wrong. And then afterwards, we're going to divide the result by 100. 200,000. And that's going to be multiplied by 3. And then we divide by 100, which gets us 6,000. 6,000 is how much they would fund in this example. That's the amount of money they're going to place in the escrow account.
6,000 is what is the
Right.
total amount they're paying for the total bow down.
Buy down fund, as it's called, as we've discovered from the guidelines today.
Mm-hmm.
Place that ahead of time into the escrow account.
Yes.
And that's what's going to help to give you that effect, that achieved effect. So as you now know the inner workings
Yeah.
of the temporary buy down. That was the big thing we wanted to show here.
Look at the savings. You saved yourself 6,000 on top of, perhaps you got seller concessions, on top of assistance for closing costs, on top of grants, on top of whatever. So, this is a great opportunity. So if you find it, learn more about it, take advantage about it, give us a call. This is, a great opportunity.
You could break that down too if you wanted to a little bit further. 2%, 200,000, and then 1%, 200,000, then divide those numbers by 12. And that'll really give you the true number for each of those consecutive years. So if you really want to know what that looks like, mathematically speaking, that'd be how you would achieve that. But either way, the one light is, hey, I'm saving $6,000. What am I going to do with that saved $6,000? Am I going to invest that? Am I going to save that up? What am I doing? So it gives you an opportunity to go, I know the number. And now what am I going to do with that? So you can plan for that even before you get the loan. That's super powerful. If the math's making sense with your financial situation, that's the other thing.